All right, folks, we should be back live. It looks like everything is healthy right now. For some reason, we got disconnected. Hopefully, we didn't lose too many people, but we are back in order. And Joker's got off to a huge inning here in the beginning of the game with plating 2 runs. As that ball that's being pitched came directly at me, I think it was personal. I'm just kidding. No, that was the pitcher that threw one that was a little high. So now we get a chance to get up and hit as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Got Gabriel White stepping into the batter's box as our leadoff hitter with Tyson Maxey on deck. So they had bases loaded. We was able to get out of that. Did a great job of doing that. Young Trenton did a good job on the mound. We made the routine plays like we should have back there. We did have an opportunity to get him out once we made the catch, and they tagged up from home and kind of got a little confused on the bases, but was able to steal back and get there on second base. We didn't have anybody covering first because we could have had that guy dead to right. But we move on, and as they throw the ball down to second base, Gabriel White is stepping to the batter's box. We trailed the contest 2-0 here early in the bottom of the first inning. Of course, folks, this is baseball. Anything can happen in baseball, but gives us a chance to start off early as Gabe White steps into the batter's box with Tyson Maxey on deck. Gabe takes a big cut and takes a strike here, and he falls behind early in the count, 0-1. And the pitch. That one's high. Evens up the count here at 1-1 on Gabriel. So once again, a fast start there for the Jokers in that first inning as they played the 2 runs after having the bases loaded. Gabe White swings at an outside pitch. Not sure. It may have caught that corner had he not swung it, so he's trying to protect the play. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that swing. But he's now behind in the count, 1-2. Swing and miss. So blowing right past Gabe as he takes 3 strikes. And that'll be our first out of the inning, folks. One down here for the Jokers as they lead the contest 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Tyson Maxey steps into the batter's box. And now there'll be number 2, Chris Ross, will be sitting on deck. And the pitch. That's high and outside. Tyson start off ahead in the count, 1-0. Still a windy day here in Winder, Georgia. Blowing the dirt off the ground. Nice cut. Oh. Tyson pops it up, goes straight back down to the catcher, and that'll be our second out of the inning. So 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Chris Ross steps up to the plate. And we have number 1, Brandon Scott, sitting on deck. So Tyson did get a piece of it. Unfortunately, went straight up in the air and right back down to the catcher. And that'll be our second out. Chris Ross steps into the batter's box. And the pitch. Oh, tried to jam Chris a little bit. Ball goes back over the backstop, and Chris will be behind in the count after the foul ball, 0-1. All right, 2 outs here on Chris. And our Reds, swing and miss. Throws a high fastball. Nice pitch by the young pitcher from the Jokers. So count 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Catcher was set up outside, and that goes ball. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. High fastball. So 1-2-3. We go down 1-2-3, and we'll head to the top of the second inning. Your score, Jokers 2, Covington Reds 16U 0. All right, folks, as we head to the top of the second inning, the young pitcher Trenton, number 16, is back on the mound. So as the Joker started out fast in the first inning, we're gonna do our best right now to see if we can contain them as they went 1-2-3 on our top three batters. So just to go around the base, you got Lewis Chaney, number 17, on first base. Marcus Solom's on second. Chris Ross playing shortstop, and Cameron Scott is playing third base. Your left fielder is Devontae Hardiman. You got Gabriel White in center field. Nope, Gabriel White just moved over to right field. And it looks like we have Sage Lovelace in center field. So a couple changes. Want to get everybody up to date on where their favorite players are. As Trenton goes back to work. First pitch, inside. And he's down. He's behind the count, 1-0. Nice little pitch, but goes outside on Trenton, and the count is 2-0. And the pitch. That was a little high, gets away from Trent, so now he finds himself behind in the count, 3-0. 20, that's their ball. They gotta come get that. I got you. All right, so we find ourselves behind in the count, 3-0 here. Young Trent trying to find his way here on the first batter here in the top of the second inning. I'm sorry. Jokers lead the contest 2-0 over our Covington Reds 16U. Pitch is bounced up in there, so that's going to get that man on base. So the first batter of the inning walks. He heads down to first base. Kurt grabs the ball, tosses it back out to Trenton, and we're going to look at their second. Trenton takes a peek, then brings it down. Nice pitch. Goes back over the backstop, and that's going to be a foul. So the count goes even at 1-1 here for the batter. And the pitch. Runner takes off down to second base. Kurt grabs it. No throw. Kurt, player getting there standing up. Takes the count to 2-1 here on the batter as the base runner was able to scurry on down to second base. So now they got a man in scoring position here in the top of the second with no outs. Trenton looks back to second, delivers the pitch. Oh, that's low and outside, so Trenton have a little trouble with his accuracy right now as he's behind in the count, 3-1. Kurt chirping out some instructions as the ball is hit there right in the cut. Oh, Chris Ross takes a diving effort. He's unable to get it, but Devontae Hardiman, fumbling with the ball, had two shots and decided. So some bad fielding work by us. Two sure-handed guys, Chris Ross and Devontae. And we give up another run here in the top of the second, so now we try the contest 3-0. So that was a tough play there for our shortstop, as he's normally pretty good at making those plays. Unfortunately, that one got underneath his glove, and then we had some issues out in left field. Devontae normally sure-handed out there, unable to control the ball to get the throw, because we know he got a rocket arm to get the ball in the home plate and see if we had a play. The count goes to 2-1. It's a deep breath. Peeks back over to first, winds up, and delivers the pitch. That one's high and inside. Oh, no. Good top. Way to get up there and go get that one. As Kurt fired one down to the first baseman after the ball was thrown high. And Lewis, that catches the outside corner, so it's 3-2. All right, so Lewis is waving his hands over there. Not quite sure why. The base runner was still on the base, so not quite sure what's going on over there. But the count is full at 3-2. And the pitch, nice pitch, but the batter fouls one back off to the backstop, and that'll keep the count full at 3-2. Count is full here in the top of the second inning. Joker's leading this contest 3-0 over our Covington Reds 16U. Big pitch here for a young Trenton. Man on first base, taking a nice little lead off over there. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up to right field. Gabriel White finds it. He comes up, runs up and gets it. And he makes the catch on second. Thought about firing it over there. So that gives us the first out of the inning. So good job by Trenton getting him to pop out to right field. Gabe had to make a nice little journey up to get underneath it, made the catch, and thought about firing it to first base. But now Trenton, they're going back over there again. So it drops right there in front of Gabriel. So they're finding the gaps pretty good everywhere our men aren't. They're pretty much popping it into those gaps. So a great job of batting here by the Jokers. Is they're spraying all over the field, not being specific about any location, just putting it where they think we aren't. And so far, it's been working out for them. So that last batter will get a single. So now they got a runner on first and second. We only have one out here in the top of the second inning. Young Trenton goes back to work, throws one high and outside. And that's a ball. One out here in the top of the second. Trenton peeks around the first. Does have a man on second. He slips on that mound. That's unfortunate that we got the youth ball mounds sitting out there on this field. So not something you want to mess around with a nice little quick spin, because you're going to definitely slide. Last game we played, pitcher actually slipped and fell on his backside. So, that's a nice pitch. Outside, a little bit too far. Didn't catch the corner. And I'll take the count to 2-0. So one out in the top of the second inning. We trail the contest 3-0. 2 balls on the batter, and the pitch swung out again. Oh, nice catch there by our tall first baseman, Lewis. He just raised up and grabbed it out the air. So great job by Lewis as he gets our second out of the inning. All right, so they still have a man on first and second. Here we got 2 outs now here in the top of the second inning. Trenton trying to, as the bunter turns around and throws the attempted bunt, he pulls it back. Trenton throws it high and outside, but great catch by Kurt to stop it from going to the backstop. Even though this is a short backstop, if you know Kurt, you know he's going to toss it out there if he has any inch of getting that runner out that tries to steal. So first pitch is a ball. Low and outside. Trenton finds himself behind in the count 2-0. Man on first and second. 2 balls, no strikes here on the batter. We do have 2 outs here, trying to get that elusive third out here in the top of the second inning. And the pitch. Nice pitch, hit out to left field again. So they're finding those gaps yet again as Devontae gets the ball, fires it into third base. But once again, they continue to find the gaps where none of our men are even close. So great job here by the Joker so far early in this game. Now the bases are loaded yet again. So that last batter will get a single to left. Now everything's in play here as we have bases loaded. Nice pitch by Trenton as he blows one by him with a swing and miss here on the batter. And the count goes to 0-1. So trying to get that elusive out here, trying to stave off some of this damage that they've caused here in the first 2 innings as they lead the contest 3-0. And the pitch. Swung on it, popped up. So that should be Kurt all day, every day. And he makes the catch, and we get out of the inning. So great job by Kurt Campbell, as even though he didn't take the helmet off, he was able to locate the ball after it was popped flying in the air. And that'll get us out of the inning. So they do get another run added onto their 2 runs. So now they have 3-0. But we were able to get out of the inning after giving up a bases loaded. So, folks, we'll head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We trail the contest 3-0. Brandon Scott, number 1, comes up to the batter's box, and number 0, Kurt Campbell, will be on deck. All right, folks, as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, your Covington Reds 16U trails the Jokers 3-0. Brandon Scott steps into the batter's box, and Kurt Campbell finds himself on deck. So hopefully this turns out to be an inning of rallies here for our Covington Reds, as the Joker has been finding spots. Hopefully we can start finding those spots where the Jokers aren't located, as Brandon Scott takes the first pitch, and it bounces off his foot, and he's going to take a walk. So first inning's first batter is hit on the foot. We're going to get our leadoff batter, which is always a great thing, to head down to first base after being hit by the pitch. So Kurt Campbell steps up to the batter's box with Sage Lovelace sitting on deck. We are in the bottom of the 2nd, trailing the Jokers 3-0 here. We're in beautiful Winder, Georgia. Beautiful weather. If we could just lose the wind, we'd have the perfect day. Swung on and missed by Kurt. So far, the pitcher number 15 for the Jokers has excellent command of his pitches right now. And that one goes behind Kurt. He ducks. And that'll even up the count here at 1-1. Pitcher winds up. And that one goes a little high away from him. Not sure what pitch was that. It looked like he lost a little bit of control. And now Kurt's ahead in the count 2-1. Once again, we have a runner on first base, which happens to be Brandon, and the pitch. That was, fantastic stop there by the catcher. This young kid right here has a glove on him, as he was able to catch that wild pitch without even thinking twice. But Kurt will fall behind in the count 3-1. He thought about firing the ball down to first base. Brandon had took a nice little lead off first base, but to no avail. Oh, that was inside, and he is off to first base. Not sure if he got hit or not, but yep, looks like he did. And so that's another hit batter here for the batter. So after having a great first inning, he's found himself in a little bit of trouble as our first 2 batters get on base. So the catcher decides to call time, and the whole infield runs and talks to the pitcher. And we'll have Sage Lovelace coming up to the plate. And he has 2 runners on base, first and second. Number 7, Cameron Scott, finds himself on deck. So after a short conversation there with the pitcher, everybody returns back to their positions, and we'll continue to play. Now, we do not have any outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. Once again, we do trail this contest 3-0, but shine so good here. Ooh, as the ball goes. Man, they've knocked everything out folks. You probably can't even see it. So, did it break it? No. All right, we're going to see. Looks like they do a nice little picture, knocked everything out. We're going to try to put everything together. If you guys can hold on, we'll be right back with you. Okay, so there is, but the name. All right, folks, had a little bit of technical difficulties here, but we look like we had we So Cam Scott says, "Don't play with me," and he steals home to tie this game up, folks. So our Covington Reds starting to come alive like the team that they are, and they tie the score up 3-3. Come on, man. Always run that out. Good job. We should be. Get back, get back, get back. Oh. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah, we should play. I was ready to chew him out when I got off the microphone, but I did. But as it turned out, we went from bad to good right there. As we charted three, I believe, right? A lot going on right there. As Devontae Hardiman comes to the plate, we done played it several runs here in the top of the second inning. So huge inning here for our Covington Reds as we take over with score 6-3. Devontae hits one right to first base. He's able to catch it. Devontae trying to beat him out, unavailable. But that was good hustle to get down to first base by Devontae. And now they have two outs here in the bottom of the second inning. So no one's on base as J-Man, number 6, Jaden Colbert, steps into the batter's box. Javante's grabbing everybody's hitwear and bringing it back to our home dugout. So huge inning here for our Covington Reds. We apologize. We hope you came back with us, but we had a direct shot to the camera, which knocked everything out of whack. But I think we were able to broadcast and do everything else that we were doing before. So J-Man's in the batter's box here as there's two outs here, and we lead the contest 6-3. So an exciting inning, and I do apologize. Hopefully we would have had most of that, but if we miss some of it, we'll definitely have a recap later. Oh, that was low and inside, and umpire called that a strike. That was way inside, back on the ground. I don't think it crossed the plate at that time. That one was right down the plate. J-Man watches that one, so now he's behind in the count 1-2. If J-Man didn't like that one, maybe he's going to like this one and put it out there like we know J-Man can. And the pitch. That one's high and outside, and that evens up the count at 2-2 with two outs here in the bottom of the second. Our Covington Reds come storming back from being down by 3 to being up by 3 with a score of 6-3. Gabriel White stands on deck as Jaden Colbert batting with two outs. The count is 2-2 in the pitch. Swung on a miss. Drop third strike. J-Man's hustling down, but they make the catch, and that'll be how they get out of the inning. So that's 3 outs for us. But, folks, we had a fantastic evening as we played at 6 runs and had a couple blunders there by the Jokers. And our Reds crawl back into it and take the lead. So huge inning for us as we are ahead on the scoreboard by the score of 6-3. Once again, apologize. Never had a direct shot on the camera before, but we were able to work it out and get you back up live and living color. Once again, thank for everybody for tuning in to the live broadcast, broadcasting live here from Winder, Georgia. This is a 2-game guarantee tournament here, one-day tournament, as we look like we may be having a new pitcher, Caden Ferentz, stepping to the mound. All right, folks, we go back on and with a few changes here in the outfield. Kane Ferentz will take the hill for our Covington Reds 16U here at the top of the third inning. Tyson Maxey goes back behind the plate. He'll be the catching force. We got Brandon Scott on first base. Sage Lovelace is playing second base. Chris Ross is on shortstop. And Cam Scott is on third base. Out in the outfield now is Kurt Campbell, who is playing catcher for us. Gabriel White is playing center field. And Devontae Hardiman lands in right field. So Kane Ferentz is warming up right now, getting ready to start this top of this third inning. So once again, just an absolutely gorgeous day here. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Winder, Georgia. All right, so the Jokers bring up number 5 here to the batter's box.